Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What is this? I honestly thought that was a tree growing on top of another tree there. I had no idea what that... Oh, a doge. I haven't got any bones with me, but we know that dogs are here. I've just been having a little wander around before I started recording, just to see what was going on. I have actually recorded a bit of an episode already, but then I wasn't happy with how things were looking, so I decided to start again, knock it down and start again. So hopefully at the beginning of the video you saw a little bit of a sort of a montage, a quick montage of me doing some caving and getting some bits and pieces and preparing for today's build. Where's the sunshine? Very good, very good. We're going to get to work on this probably next episode, I think, start working on the fishing area. But today I want to get an enchanting area on the go. So I'm purposely trying to hide the house. You may have seen bits and pieces of it, but I want to try and get an enchanting area on the go here, and it's going to be more than dirt and stuff. So they, the houses come second, the enchanting, they're into all this sort of building up your skill sets through voodoo magic and all this sort of stuff. So we're going to work on a little something here. It's not going to be brilliant, it's not going to be amazing, but I want to be able to have 4 entries, so an entrance on each side. So it's going to be kind of like a T-shape, and we're going to kind of have like a roof that goes up and down, and we're going to use some cobble deep slate in the roof, or whatever. We'll have a look at that in a bit. I'll probably have to do that bit off camera though, because when I tried to do it yesterday on camera, it was just an absolute mess, and I've changed up the design of how I want it now. So I'll start doing it on camera and we'll see how we go, and then after that we'll have a little look. But now we're going to go this way, and we're going to go this way, and we're going to go Badosh! There is the finished property. That's very professional. The finished property. This is our little home. This is our little starter home. Added trapdoors on the top, 'cause I realised when I was watching the last video back that I forgot to do that, so that was my bad. But we've got ourselves a little custom tree out here, just some buttons to represent knots and just bits and pieces everywhere. Not amazing, but it's not terrible. It's nice. I like it. And then we've got these little lamps and a wall around, like I said we would. Obviously it's not mob proof. Mobs could easily jump over there. It's just a higgledy-piggledy wall with a bit of a pathway into the house. I do also have armour on now, which you probably saw. Oh no, I don't. I haven't got it on. Silly me. There's my armour for when we go places. My bed, I managed to dye red. I found a poppy, so I made it red. I was going to make it black. I may still do that, we'll see. But the house you've seen already. And out the back, things look different out the back. Boom! So you're probably thinking, what are these monstrosities here? Well, I was going down a route of when, I don't know, maybe not Viking ages, but a long time ago, many years ago, when people used to live in little, wooden and stone and cobbled together houses before technology and everything, they very rarely had the washing facilities and peeps and poop facilities in the house. So what I've done is I've gone with that route, and this is the toilet. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's close the door, and oh goodness, let's open the, can we, perfect, flawless. So there we go, look, bloop, 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 or peeps and poops, and yeah, that's that, just very functional, and then it goes off to wherever. And then this is our little washroom. So we have a little table here where we could maybe put a little clay bowl on there or something. We could put something on there, represent maybe some shaving stuff. We've got a sink with a little tap there, which is lovely. And here is another drain, another great use for the acacia. And this, I wanted to put something under here, but I couldn't really get anything that would stop me, that didn't stop me from walking straight into it and not being able to actually use it. So we'll just have to use our imagination, that you stand here and do something and the water just gushes down onto you. And that is powered from here. So it's up in this pipe work through this vent, up through the pipe work. This is just over the top intricate pipe work, because I couldn't really get anything else. I tried using chains and stuff, but it just didn't sit right, didn't look right. So we knocked that on the head. So we've got our wheat here, and what I'd like to try and do is try and come off the meat and go on to wheat and maybe carrots, golden carrots and stuff like that. So we'll look at doing that going forwards. And out a little back gate, there's a little walkway, another custom tree sat here, and then we've got ourselves a little dockway with our boat. Who's moved our boat? Somebody's moved our boat. And then we've got our little lights on here, and I'm just pretending that they're just sort of fixed to the fence, which obviously is fence gates, but it just looks a bit nicer sometimes. And we just have to pretend. You can only see it here where you can tell they're not sitting, but when you're on level with them, you can't really tell too much. It's when you're walking through, you can't really tell too much, so I can live with that. So that's what we've done off camera. Since then, we've obviously shown the cave in. We've shown the new look to the house. Oh, need to sweep. Next, and I've added this little pathway, and I want a lot of these little jitties and alleyways between builds and stuff and leading off to different places, because it just helps, I think, with the immersion of it all. So we've got all that in. Hello, Mr. Cow. We've got all that in, and we need to sleep soon. I want to, like I say today, work on at least getting the sort of archways in for our brand new enchanting place, and I do actually need to make a lot of paper and kill a lot of cows and stuff, so we may be able to get the building sorted, but and I haven't got any diamonds yet. I need to get some diamonds. I've not really focused on diamonds. I've focused on materials for building. I would like to sleep now. Lovely stuff. I kept my hand on the space bar and I didn't know why I couldn't move. So we need to build this out a little bit as well, which we will do. I've sort of landscaped it a little bit, filled in the gaps that were here, and also I shaved a bit off there to make this too wide, because it was at one point just one wide and it just didn't feel right. And so what we can do now is I'm going to put, now do I go from the floor? That's not what I wanted to put. Do I go from the floor? Because what I want to do is, my original idea was to have the roof start from the floor, go up to the middle and go down to the floor. But then when I looked at it, when I first did it, it just looked like it was a house that had sunk into the ground. All you can see was the roof. It didn't look right. So I've decided to perhaps put these in. But now I'm thinking, do I start from the floor again? But then I'm thinking, well, if I do that, that kind of just defeats the object of what I was doing. So we're going to go like this. Okay. So the first one goes like that. And then that goes like that. And then we come up with this. Okay. And then we go like that. And then like that. So that's one. This will be number 2. Just ignore it. I'm trying to... no, that's not right. You look at me using a stone pick. Is that right or is that not right? Yeah, that's right. So this will be number 2. And then bang. And then you're number 3. And then bang. And then number 4 will be this one. I'm hoping I've got this right. Oh no, because it'll be... Is that on that one? Yeah, it'll be one less because it's not on the floor. I remember now. So there we go. And then bang. Bang. And then bang. And then on here we'll have like a wall or something. Or maybe some iron. We'll put something on there to stop things from spawning on there. And there we go. So... let's just check that looks okay from where we are. It's perfect. It's lovely. That's what we wanted. That's the kind of thing that we wanted. So we're going to go up and do this side now. So you are a badoosh and a badong and then a bump. This is a very simple roof design. I don't know why when I did the last video, I was really struggling with it. And I don't know why, because it's not difficult in the slightest, really. It's just a case of remembering where you need these flat backs to be, and then once you get that sorted, you know, you're home and hosed, really. It's not a problem at all. But yeah, so there we go. Boom, the first one's in. So one thing that I wanted to talk to people about is my current living arrangements, my current life arrangements, really. That's good. I may swap these out for wood. Yes. That feels better to me. It looks a bit, it just offers a bit more contrast, and we can add some fences and gates and stuff in there. I think that we could do that, and I think it would look very nice. I think we should. I think we can work with this. I really do. So next up, what I want to do is cut 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then that'll be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to do the exact same thing here again. We are just going to copy this thing in, and it will be lovely. Did that one go in front of it? It did. So that one would be, no, not there. Where's my axe? Do I not have an axe anymore? How annoying. I have to punch the wood. Punch it right in the face. So let me just get that right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so it's on the number 2. So 1, and then it'll be here. So we'll go badoosh badong. There we go. And yeah, so I'm going to start putting this in, and I will be back with you in un momento. There we have it. The roof is up, and as you saw, I still mucked up several times during the process of putting it together, and it just goes to show, you know, you can practice these things, you can plan these things, but when you're an idiot, you know, you're always going to make mistakes. I mean, look at this monstrosity. Look at it. Oh God, I need to get another one of those. Ba-ba. There's just some random crap in that chest that I found when I was on my little journey. So there, that is that in place. And now what I want to do is, I think is this. I would like to throw these in up until there. I don't know why I'm crouching this slowly. And then go along like so. And I need to make some slabs because I've only got 2 left, because I don't know what I did with the other one. I've used the other one for something and I cannot for the life of me think what it was. We're going to need probably quite a lot of those. So we'll get all of those. Back up we go. And now we can pop that in there. So we'll cover that in there, and underneath it will leave a little bit more room. You know, just it won't feel so imposing as to when you have a full block there. But here we will need to have a full block. Now, have I got much cobble? I have. That should be enough, really, in terms of the actual full block cobble that I need. That should, he says, should be enough. Has that come? No, actually, I don't think that's going to be needed there. I don't think it's going to be needed there, because I keep forgetting that I have actually changed the size of this, so, and the layout of it slightly. Oh, for God's sake. I hate doing these things. I hate it. I really do. Why don't I just do this instead? Why am I being such a fool? It's because it's been so long since I've had to build on camera that I just forget. I just forget how to live my life. You see, we could go a full block there, but I don't think I'm going to, because to me it would be a waste. So what I suppose we could do to stop spawning is that we'll do that to stop spawning. I like it. And then we'll come across here and so on like this. So what I wanted to talk about kind of whilst I am doing this, and obviously I'm not going to do all of this on camera, we'll for fucking hell's sake, we'll do some off camera. Oh dear. It's because I'm nervous about my story. When I did the first episode, you will probably remember that I was talking about when I used to make videos before, and I ended up sort of drifting away, getting married, drifting away and living my life. Well, things took a turn for the worst during lockdown. We obviously were working from home. Well, my wife was. I actually lost my job because of lockdown, and my wife had just started a new job. I'd convinced her to leave where she was because she'd been there for a long time. I think we're probably talking 14 years, which, you know, is a long time. And I talked her into leaving. There was a guy who lived over the road with her friend, and I'm going to have to fill these in, aren't I? Because otherwise we're going to have gaps all over it. We'll worry about that later. There was a guy who lived over the road who worked with... who was married to my wife's friend. And she was unsure as to whether to go for the job. You know, it was one of those, it's a frightening thing when you've been somewhere for so long, you're unsure, you don't know what to do, you just don't know what to do, and it's a difficult decision. And I said to her, look, you've got to do it, you're so unhappy where you are, you've just got to go for it. So she did, and she got the job without an interview. He already knew what she was capable of doing, he knew how good she was, because she is a very hard worker, she's very intelligent, a wonderful person, you know, a wonderful worker, and so on and so forth. So she got the job and she started it, and she was having doubts and stuff, so she was coming home upset and she was having a bit of a cry, and you know, I was there sort of saying, look, don't feel so sad about it, it's just because it's different, you're not used to it, oh no, that was nearly a terrible mistake. You'll be fine. don't worry about it too much. And after a while, that she stopped feeling, worried and stuff, and began to get used to it, and was having a lovely time and was doing really, really well. And then obviously COVID started. She was put on furlough. First of all, she worked from home for a bit, but then they put them on furlough. And, that was the way the world was for a bit. And some people it affects, some people it doesn't. We were doing loads of fun things like, we were making posters and stuff, because there was all of the like the Jubilee stuff over here for the Queen and everything. So we were making posters and things, and for the NHS and stuff, we were doing things in the windows. We were putting like animals and stuff in the windows, just to brighten the place up a bit, give people something to look at when they were going by, and people were taking photos and so on and so forth. And it was all really good. And then they started going back to work. I was still looking for work because it was just obviously a nightmare. There's so many people have lost their jobs and so on, that it was pretty difficult to sort anything. And I did manage to get something, but they told me it was an office manager's job. It's easy for me to say. And when I got there, it basically wasn't, and they were basically trying to get me. And this is no disrespect to anybody who does this as a job, but they were basically trying to get me to be a receptionist. And I was like, no, that's not my thing. It's a completely different. Well, looky at this. That was magically done. Look at that. It was, it's not my thing. And we ended up sort of arguing the facts. And I was like, well, you've literally lied to me about the job. So, I'm not doing it. And they were like, well, if you're not going to do it, you can get out. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to have to get out then, because I'm not doing it. You've told me it's this. This is what I expect to do, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I left. And I wasn't happy. I felt very, very betrayed in a way, Felt very betrayed in a way. That looks all right. I quite like that. I would have liked to have maybe curve the roof down a bit, but I'm happy with it. I'm quite happy with this. Something a bit different. I don't normally do things like this. It just looks a little bit different. I quite like those gaps in it, actually. I quite like it. Why rain? Why you rain now in my hair? Why? So yeah, things went to shit with that place, basically. Sorry to swear, but that's the best way I could put it. It just didn't work out, and it made me very sad, because I felt like I was embarrassed, and made a fool out of, and belittled in some ways. The way they spoke to me was quite belittling. Anyway, a few more weeks pass. My wife's gone back to work. She's doing a great job, doing a wonderful thing. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. And then August the 21st, I remember the date. I will never forget the date. August the 21st. On August the 20th, I said to my wife, sometimes I get inside my own head, and I had a nightmare that my wife, and I was doing something in this dream, and then all of a sudden I was like, I should speak to my wife, really. I haven't spoken. And I was ringing and, messaging, and she was not answering. There was no answer. She just was ignoring me, and I woke up and my chest hurt, it was real serious pain. And I said to her about it. I was like, oh my God, I had this nightmare last night that you had basically ended it and just wouldn't speak to me, and I didn't know why, and I didn't know anything, and all this, that, and the other. And she was like, oh, you can't live your life thinking like that. You'll be, I was like, yeah, I know, but man, ain't that bad, ain't it weird? And then on like I say, August the 21st, I was in the kitchen, and I had put the kettle on. I was making a cup of tea, and my wife got home from work, and she seemed like really down. Like something just. I've been with her for like 15 years, so I know her very well. I know when she's all right, and I know when she's not. And I was like, "What's the matter? You know, you don't seem okay. You know, what's wrong? Something, you know, you had a bad day at work, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Nah, nothing. It's fine." And I'm like, "No, come on. There's obviously something not right. I can tell. You know, you don't need to hide it from me. I can tell. I need more steps." And she was basically like, "Nah, nothing." And I was like, "Come on, Helen. You know, you've got to. You know, I'm your husband. You can tell me anything." And I wish I'd never said that, because the next words out of her mouth were, sorry. Oh no, I changed them into, for beep. We should be all right. The next words out of her mouth were the one words I hoped I'd never hear. I'm going to have to go looking for some more deep slate. She turned around and basically said, "I don't love you anymore. You need to leave." And my whole world ended. It literally did. It broke my heart. And that is, you know, I've been searching since then for something to enjoy doing, because obviously I fell into an absolute pit of misery. I had to move back into my parents' house, and I had a tiny bedroom there, the same one I used to live in when I was a kid. I had no bed, nothing. I had absolutely nothing. I had to sleep on the floor for a while. And what made it even worse was I had told her the day before, and she'd said not to worry about it, but I told her how painful it was for me to be trying to speak to her in this dream, of her not to speak, not to, you know, talk to me. And that is exactly what she did for a long, long time. And it, you know, it took a long time to get communications open. And I was, because I love her so much, I was trying my hardest to make her realise she's made a mistake and she wouldn't have it, and, you know, all this, that and the other. And I was letting her get away with a lot, you know. I was just letting her just do, like, ignore it, not want to work on it, and all this, that and the other. And, you know, it got worse and it got painful, but then I sorted my work situation out. I got a job at a place where I've worked on now for a long, long time. The people there were fantastic, and still are amazing people. It's gone really, really well. And I got a flat that I'm renting at the moment, or an apartment that I'm renting at the moment, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, things started to get better. So if you're going for anything like that, even though it kills you at the time, it does. And people tell you it's going to get better, and you don't believe it's going to get better, but it doesn't get better, and it doesn't go away, but it just gets easier to deal with. But it's took me a long, long time, and I'm outstairs. This is no good for me. Oh my goodness. Did that cow just, oh no, it's there. Or is that other pillagers? I literally can't tell if that's a cow or pillagers. Let's go and have a look. Dun, 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 dun. It's a panda! It's a panda bear! Panda bear, panda bear. Oh my goodness. Remember that, panda bear. Is he all on his own? Is this stupid all on his own? Whoa! How the hell? I haven't got any armour on. How the hell did he spot me from all the way over there? That was, I swear, they don't look that far. Let's see if we can tease him in. Hello, sir. Oh my Jesus, that scared the bejesus out of me. Right, let's yeah, so things are improving. I need to eat. Things are improving slowly. And we've managed to find, look at all this mess. We've managed to find some common ground and stuff, you know, and things are now much better than what they were. And he's dead as a doorknob. Get wrecked. It's because I haven't got my armour. I could just go and put my armour on, I suppose. But yeah, so things are in a better place now. For me personally, I just needed something. I thought to myself, one thing I used to love was when I was on the Wolf Tribe server, and we were making video. They're all coming out to play now, and we used to make videos and stuff, and I just really enjoyed it. And I thought I need to get back to doing something creative, something that gets me going, something that's, you know, a bit of an escape from reality. So here I am, and that's that. And that's been a very long waffle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just smash this out over the next probably couple of days. This video is probably going to span recording for about 3 or 4 days. And when I've done it, you won't know. Literally, I'll probably just stand here and then I'll go, whoa, and then it'll be done. But yeah, so I'll be back with you guys in 1 second, but it'll probably be a day or so for me. Okay then, boys and girls, welcome back. Welcome back. I've done a fair bit. I've not finished it totally. Let me just check. I thought I heard pillagers again. I thought I heard them. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. This is it though. This is where we're at. You can't really see it from here. I'll have to go around the other side, but I've actually curved the roof down a bit. Put a bit of stuff. I've put a tree growing out of it. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm not sure. But and there's a tree there. I've just got some landscaping to do, so we'll go through and have a little look. Let me just get my sword at the ready. But this is it. This is it. It's nothing spectacular. It's just a little bit different. Nice little entranceway here, and then there's this tree that's growing inside. We've got some of these drip things knocking around. I enjoyed that. Bit of support up there with the beams and coming up there. And then obviously we've got our little enchanting area there. A bit of grass in here. Need to... Oh, hang on a minute. No, yeah, that is right. I was going to say I thought I needed to bring that out here, but I don't. I maybe just need to put something here. Or I could leave. I suppose I could leave it blank. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so I quite like it. I do quite like it. It's different, you know. It just feels a little bit different, which is why are my frames feeling? Every now and again, sometimes my frames feel weird, but they're not. I think it's just me. There's my cows that I was breeding and slaughtering for the leather. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I need to put a dock in here. I'm going to have a dock and maybe shave that bit off there so that we can have a little docking area here so that people can come and pay their respects and enchant their things. But yeah, I do like it. Can we get a better look at the roof from over here? There you go, like kind of just curves in a little bit, which wasn't too difficult really, just needed a little bit of tweaking. But yeah, I like it. I'm pleased with it. And then around here we have another little entryway, custom tree popped up there just to frame this little walkway a bit to go through. It looked a little bit blank with nothing on this side but a tree on that side, so we've framed it a little bit better. A little seating area here just for a little pond, a few rocks in there, and we've used the hoe your mama to just make it look a little bit different and put a bit of coarse dirt around, a few bushy bush, a couple dropping into the water, and a little light here which I've got right up in the face of. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm pretty pleased with how it's come out. It's just a little bit different. It's not the most amazing looking thing in the world, but it's something that's just different to what I normally do, and what you normally get, I suppose. But yeah, it's come out nicely. So in the next episode, it's been a bit of a long one, but in the next episode we're going to work on the fishing area. Got a few ideas for that, to do with trees and stalls and areas and stuff. So hopefully we can work on that in the next episode and it'll come out looking lovely jubbly. But guys, if you've enjoyed the episode, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, that's always appreciated, and drop in the comments and say hello or something. It's always nice to hear from people. But thank you very much for watching, because this has been a bit of a long one today. I do appreciate it massively, and I will see you in the next episode. Let's go see if I can spot these pillagers, because I swear to God I heard them.